Can you feel the excitement? Can you feel the electricity? It's time to panic. It's time for Anime Panic. Today we are ranking the 2016 spring anime season. Yes, that's right. We're looking through all the shows that I watched and ranking them in order from worst to best. I can't watch everything. It's impossible. Two shows in particular that you will not see in this video are Kisniver and ReZero. Two shows that I probably should have watched and will probably watch in the future, but you will not see them mentioned here because I didn't get to them. So let's get started. Number 13. Wakama High Spec. Why did I watch this? I have no clue. It's your throwaway show of the season, your guilty pleasure, I don't know. 3-minute nonsense show about girls in high school fooling around, after school activities, perving on each other. I don't know, big waste of time. I don't even think I finished it. Let's move on. Number 12. Joker Game. This was hyped up to be one of the more different anime of the season. People had high hopes for this one. I didn't even get through episode 3, I don't think. I dropped it. It's basically about this group of spies in Japan. This is taking place during World War II, or just before World War II, but it's from Japan's perspective, and it's these group of spies that train to be spies, and they have to complete these missions and stuff. And it really sounds interesting and different, much different than your typical harem ecchi shows that every other show basically is. But, you know, it just didn't appeal to me. It was so slow, it was so boring, I just couldn't get into it. I'm sure other people enjoyed it for what it was. Definitely a breath of fresh air in the anime department, but not for me. You guys might enjoy it. Number 11. 100. I don't know what I was expecting from this show. It's your typical guy-girl school battle show. I don't know. They have powers, they fight each other, they get mad at each other. I don't know. It's lame, didn't hold my interest. I found it awkward at times. The humor was just not for me, and I just dropped it. Lost interest. Episode 3. I always give shows 3 episodes, no matter how bad they are, but this one didn't do it for me, so I dropped it. Moving on. Number 10. Bungo Stray Dogs. Another show that had a lot of potential. In fact, you're going to hear me say that quite a lot about this whole season. Nothing but wasted potential. Another show I dropped at episode 3. This one was actually kind of good. It kind of reminded me of Tokyo Ghoul a little bit, just because he's all alone by himself and he has his power and everybody's after him, and he joins up with this organization or whatever, and they try to protect him and stuff. And, you know, it had potential. Probably people enjoyed it, but not for me. The thing I hated most about this show is when they hype up this bad guy who, like, kicks ass, right, and just kills people for no reason, even kills his subordinates for no reason. They plan this attack on the agency, right? They go in there, shoot up the place. You think, oh man, everybody must be dead. There's no way anybody survived. So the main character walks in like on this, right? And the good guys are like kicking the bad guys' asses. It's like a big joke. I'm like, no, you're not going to do that to me. No way. No way. You built this guy up to be something big, something evil, and he just gets defeated in 2 seconds like a big joke? No way, not watching it. Let's move on. Number 9. Pandy Peace. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's start with shows that I actually finished. Again, another 3-minute throwaway guilty pleasure of the season. You know, it was good, but, you know, it is what it is. It's just a waste of time, really. It's about these girls who really love bread. I mean, they really love bread. It's all they talk about is bread. It's all they eat is bread. They're just so obsessed with bread, and it's just cuteness overload, this show. If you want to waste a good 3 minutes, just watch this show. I mean, come on. You can't go wrong. It's amazing. It'll win you over with its cuteness factor. Let's move on. Number 8. Big Order. Oh my god. More like big disappointment, right? What the hell happened to Big Order? It had one of the best first episodes I've ever seen in my life. Just total chaos. It had a huge story, big shoes to fill. Creator Mirai Nikki made this show, and what happened? Not even close to Mirai Nikki. Not even close to a good show. It was so bad I wanted to drop it multiple times. You had the great first episode, then you had 7 episodes of crap, then you had the 9th episode, which was decent, and the last one just disappointed you again. Oh my god, what were they thinking with this? It was just like, story makes no sense, characters make decisions that make no sense. Here's a plot twist. Oh wait, 2 seconds later, here's another plot twist. Oh wait, that plot twist is negated. Oh wait, here's a plot twist for no reason. Oh wait, the story's bigger than it actually is, but oh wait, I'm just tired of waiting. Do something. Oh my god. Make me care about something. What a failure. I really wanted to like this show. I really did, but it was just awful. I hate it. Number 7. Mayuiga. Another show that had so much potential, but failed miserably. First episode, brilliant. You had a bunch of people on this bus, and they're going to you don't know where. You don't know where they're going. But it's like, it built up this like kind of horror, mystery, survival kind of thing. That they were going to this new place to start a new life or whatever together. And you're like, I really wonder what's going to happen here. This sounds quite interesting. And what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. They had a big cast, like 20 characters. You're like, oh, this is great. 20 characters? That means somebody's going to die. Nobody dies in this show. It's a big waste of time. They spend half the time arguing with each other, thinking that, oh, this person's evil, they're setting us up, or this person's the ringleader, or this person is trying to get us killed, or what are you doing, or what are you doing, why are you doing that? They just spend all this time arguing. And then the big plot twist is like so mediocre, it's not even worth watching. I expected a lot more than this show. You know what I expected out of this show? Not to be taught a life lesson. Because in the end, that's all it is. It just teaches you a life lesson. You know what they're there for? You know why they're getting attacked by these freaky monsters? Because these freaky monsters are the psychological battles that they're dealing with inside. It teaches you that you can't run away from life. You can't run away from your problems. There's nowhere for you to hide. So you might as well just go back to society and face your problems. That's all the show is telling you. That's it. Number 6. Whatever that title is, let's just call it the Net Game Show. This one was interesting. It had potential. I thought there was going to be a yandere in this show, but turns out to be a false alarm. Would have been a lot more interesting if there was. Basically about this girl who can't quite separate fantasy from reality. She thinks that because she's married to this guy in this game, that he's also her real life husband, and she finds out who it really is, and it's somebody she actually goes to school with. So then she loves him in real life too, but she calls him by his video game name. Then they form a video game club together and they game together, and it was decent to watch. It was entertaining at times, but nothing spectacular. The thing is, I expected the main girl to go nuts and kill somebody because she's so jealous whenever any girl looks at her boyfriend or whatever. And everybody else is a girl. This guy is the only guy in the show. I mean, he has friends that he talks to, but no, there's no other guy. No other guy. It's all girls. I mean, your typical harem bullshit. Everybody loves the guy. Everybody wants to fall in love with him and have his babies. So this girl's gotta be protective, right? And there are times where it gets so dark, she like goes into hiding and stuff, and she gets all depressed, and I'm like, oh man, she's gonna kill somebody. Nope, never happens. You know, that would have made it exponentially better. Oh well. Another show, wasted potential, waste of time. Let's move on. Number 5. Chew Petrolul. Ooh. I know somebody who's going to be mad that this show has been ranked so low. You know, it's not that it was bad, it's just there were better things, in my opinion. Your Studio Trigger show, your typical craziness, reminded me a lot of Fooly Cooly, actually, how it was all over the place and the art style was kind of messed up in the typical Trigger way. This one was pretty good. I mean, it made references to the other Studio Trigger shows like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill and Inferno Cop. You know, it was pretty good. It was very entertaining. It was only 8 minutes. This show wasn't a full-length show. It was only 8-minute episodes. And you know what? It's actually worth watching, I'd say. If you want a show that's just crazy and different and just out there with crazy characters, like, you know, if you've watched any of the shows I listed, that you know what to expect from Trigger. Give it a shot. It's worth your time. Number 4. Tanaka Kun. Oh my god. I cannot say enough good things about this show. It's so I don't know where to begin. It puts you in a super relaxing mood, just like Tanaka. He's so lazy. He's so listless, is what they say. I guess he's lacking energy. It's not that he's lazy, he just doesn't want to move. He's just so, sloth-like. Oh man, it's just so good. He has his friend carry him everywhere because he's too lazy to walk. He has an underling who looks up to him and wants to mimic his laziness. I mean, the characters in this show are just so great. Slow paced, and it really puts you at ease. It's like, we can finally relax and unwind watching this show. It's not high energy. It's just real life, slice of life. I hate slice of life, to be quite honest, because it's just so boring. But this show, I could not hate it. It was just spectacular. And the fact that Tanaka Kun reminds me of one of my friends who hasn't watched it and should watch it, by the way, just made it even better, because everything that he did, it was like, man, I could totally see my friend doing that. I mean, he falls asleep in class, and he just is great. Tanaka Kun is a great character. I would definitely give this one a shot. And if you don't want to invest fully in a show that's, 20 minutes, they have a spin-off, which is like 20 seconds. They have like a spin-off series. There's like 30 of them now. You can just watch the 20-second spin-off series if you want. Just gives you rapid fire, boom, boom, boom. There's one where he's laying on the couch, he's trying to reach out for the remote, but he can't quite reach it. He tries to use the force to get it to him, but he ends up rolling off the couch and the remote falls on his face. It's little stuff like that. They're just, you're just too lazy to move, and you could just totally relate to the things that he goes through. Number 3, we are getting into high territory now. Very controversial territory, if you will. This one might be a little too low for your taste, but I'm going to go with Kotechi Shoujo no Carbonari right here. It had the potential to be show of the season. I just find that it was slow at times. It was a little too slow, a little too repetitive. I mean, every week getting killed by the Kabane. I mean, you're just waiting for the Kabane to show up and just wreck people, and then they have to escape and drive on to the next town, and then they get wrecked there, and they drive on to the next town, and, I'm just waiting for the show to actually go somewhere, and it was good for what it was, but I could have seen it going a little longer. I could have seen it, having another season if they really wanted to stretch the story out. If the story is completed, I'm not sure that it is, but they tied a pretty bow on it in the end, so I assume that this is it. But, it was a very good show. I mean, ranked 3rd is nothing to sneeze at here. I mean, very good show, very good final episode. I mean, main character finally grows a pair and just goes nuts. You gotta love when that happens. I mean, the characters are all likable, plenty of action, there's plenty of intrigue. You're never quite sure what's gonna happen next. You're never quite sure when they're gonna get wrecked. You're never sure when they're safe. And you're not quite sure who the bad guy is until the very end. So, Carbonari, it was very hyped up, and I expected a lot of it as a result, and it lived up to the hype. I just was wondering why they cut it so short. I expected it to be a longer story. I expected there to be, like, a final destination, if you will. I expected there to be, I don't know what I expected. It was good for what it was. I definitely recommend it. If you want action, if you want zombies, there's zombies. If you want just overall kick-ass characters that kick ass, yeah, definitely a good show. Number 2, Boku no Hero Academia. Yes, Hero Academy. Man, this show just blew me away. Blew me away. I'm just in awe, really. All Might. What else can you say than All Might? All Might is the man. The show is slow at times, like Carbonari was. However, it made up for it with its awesome moments. Those times where the main character would be down and out, and he'd be like defeated, and he'd be like at his wit's end, and he's like, you know what? I may be desperate here. I'm going to put it all on the line, and I'm going to come through, and I'm going to do it. And he does it. And when he finally does do it, you're like, yes. You just got to stand up and cheer him. Yes, you did it. You finally did it. And it's those moments that you could just cheer for the hero. Yeah, you did it. You took out evil. You overcame. It's those moments that we live for, or that I live for when I watch a show like this. Your typical shonen show where, it's get strong, get stronger, get stronger. Those shows where it's like you're pushed to the brink and you got to do it. This is the time. You're going to die if you don't. And you overcome and you beat the bad guy. Those are the times that we live for as anime fans, where you can just get up and cheer. You're so emotionally invested in this show and the characters. You want to see them succeed. You want to see them do it. And when they finally do it, you go nuts. And it really gave it to me in spades. Those times when it happened, that was when I was like, yes. I mean, other than that, the cast of characters is great. You know, everybody has a superpower, and there's quite a variety of superpowers. Ones that you wouldn't even think of as superpowers, like Frog Girl. A girl that's basically a frog. But, you know, she looks human, but she acts like a frog and talks like a frog. I mean, Best Girl, Frog Girl, Suyu-Chen. A whole variety of superpowers, people showing them off, people fighting, nonstop action, a little bit of intrigue behind All Might's story and why he is what he is. I mean, it just kept my interest the whole time. I've never really watched a show like that where it's just like, you never look at the clock. You never look at to see, is it almost over yet? It felt like 5 minutes, but it's over already. I never wanted it to end. When it ended, I was like, I gotta wait till next week now? Truly, a show that can do that is a show worth watching, and I highly recommend Hero Academy. Number 1, this is a show that gets a lot of crap from everybody, and I don't know why. For me, I was too busy fanboying over it. That's right, fanboying. Look it up. When I saw that this was going to be a show this season, I jumped for joy. I said, finally, I've been waiting forever. Must be like, 14, 15 years in the making, but we finally got the Phoenix Wright anime. That's right. Number 1 is Phoenix Wright for me. Everybody likes to crap on this show and say, the art is terrible. It looks like something from the year 2000. The story is rushed. They cut this out. This is terrible. Are you kidding me? Just be glad we actually got a show. And you know what? It was a faithful recreation, in my opinion. Yes, I played through the games. Yes, I know the story. I knew what was going to happen before it happened. And I still rate this show number 1. That's how much I like it. I felt like I've been waiting for this forever. I've been waiting to see this in anime form. You know, I don't like playing through the game. I like just the story. If I could just see the story of the whole game, that would be enough for me. And that's exactly what I got here. I didn't have to play no game. I could just watch the anime, watch everything unfold. I felt like the characters were great. The story was faithfully recreated. You know, it may have been rushed at times, I agree, but, you know, just to see those key moments in anime form was just spectacular. The music, oh my god, the best part. They used the music. I mean, really, job well done, Capcom. It's hard for me to say, but you did it. And it's still going on, because it's going into season 2. Phoenix Wright, if you like Phoenix Wright, or if you like any kind of law show, definitely watch this. Definitely. You can't miss it. Even if you played the games back in the day, you can't miss it. It's just worth it to see it in moving, actual form. So there you have it, guys. There's my rankings for the spring season. Where do you put Euro shows at? Give me an idea. Was Kisniver the greatest show? Was ReZero the greatest show? I have no clue because I didn't watch them. But let me know what you think. My rankings are always controversial, I know. Don't try to take them too seriously, just my opinion. But until next time, keep watching.